Oh, look at you.
What's this now?
I'm directing, Kevin. I'm directing.
You are, man.
Pooh Corner about not okay touching.
The house on Pooh Corner?
Wait, you know this? The PSA is about...
Well, I know the house on Pooh Corner, but they did a PSA about not good touching?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate to mention it, Pooh. I really do. But I think we should tell our friends that danger doesn't always come from strangers. It can be from someone you know.
Oh, Piglet, you're right. People you see every day might want to touch you. And sometimes that's dangerous.
Winnie the Pooh shouldn't be saying these things.
No.
Well, there are certain private places on your body that nobody is supposed to touch except you. Your bathing suit covers your private parts. Sometimes your parents might touch them if they're dressing you or bathing you, or the doctor has to touch them when he's examining you. That's okay touching.
But is there touching that's not okay, Pooh?
Oh, yes.
Fucking A, there is.
If your teacher pulls your bathing suit aside and puts a fist in, that would be on the no-no list. Stupid.
It'd just be so much more believable if Pooh was like, who was it? Was it fucking Al? I knew it. Al's a fucking pederast. Is that it right there?
Yes, look at it. That's the worst Pooh
That's
ever.
a cheesy Pooh.
That's the Pooh you're afraid to get touched by.
No kidding.
That's the guy who has a Pooh suit just to molest kids in it.
But look at it, like they're delivering an important message, but they're wearing these creepy costumes. There's no facial expressions whatsoever. You hear fucking Piglet being scared, but he still looks happy.
He's smiling.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, Pooh, is there such a thing as wrong touching? And he's like, I don't know, you seem delighted by the concept.
Tell me more, Pooh.
Hey, Pooh.
Oh, yes, Piglet. And that's the kind of touching that gives you a funny feeling inside. It feels wrong because other people shouldn't touch your...
Or does it feel good and you're confused?
Funny feeling could be.
That funny feeling is it feels good, but you're a little confused
And the
by it.
first time I jerked off,
Right.
that was a pretty funny feeling.
Right.
It started a career that spanned decades.
Could you imagine that this is how you fucking find out that you've been molested because Winnie the Pooh told you?
Yeah.
Because your parents didn't have the good sense to be like, look, if anybody touches your fucking no-no, tell me.
Tell me, and I'm
You have to be watching the house on Pooh Corner, and Pooh's just
wait a
like,
minute.
if they touch your cock, it's wrong.
Jeez, that's what happened with the neighbor, and now
God, Winnie the Pooh. is
How do I
fucking
get in touch
breaking
with Pooh and tell him? Like, what the fuck? You're supposed to tell you.
Does anyone have the number for the house on Pooh Corner?
That creepy pig that should be blowing somebody at the end of The Shining.
Great party.
In a fucking massive snap zoom. They both look up.
Yeah, they both look up.
How great is that to get blown by someone in a piggy outfit? Not only is it another man, but he's got on a piggy outfit.
Oh, were they
Party.
dirty? That party was dirty.
Here we go.
Because other people shouldn't touch your private parts.
But Pooh, what do I do if somebody tries to touch me that way?
Now, here's the important part. If anybody tries to touch you anywhere in a not okay way, a way that feels wrong, tell them no.
No matter who they are, Pooh?
Absolutely, Piglet. It's not always a stranger, even if it's somebody you know or somebody you've seen at home, at school,
This is
or in your
confusing.
neighborhood.
Yeah.
You
Who
have
can
to
touch
say
me?
This
no.
is the kind of advice that gets you on the back of a fucking milk carton. Because if fucking Uncle Bob tries to touch you wrong and you say no, Uncle Bob don't want to be found out.
Right.
Uncle Bob will probably put you in a shallow grave. And Pooh put you there with his bad advice. Basically, you're just supposed to quietly suffer through it, deal with it in therapy for years after that, but make sure you tell your parents Uncle Bob won't come over anymore.
This is an endless PSA, too. It's
God.
awful.
Hey, we haven't even gotten to the song or the tricks that bad people use to get you not to tell.
Oh, nice.
Get to the tricks. Man.
Yeah.
Get to the
Well, we got to
tricks.
hear the song though a little bit.
If someone gets too near to your private parts, say no loud and clear. That's being smart.
Yes.
And they're showing depictions of it.
Yeah.
Could you show me how?
Here's how. Say no. Stop that. It's not okay with me. No, don't do that. I have the right, you see. My body is my very own. That's how it's got to be. I've learned that you say it's not okay with me. No, it's really not okay. No, don't do that. Take your hands away. I know I'm not at all to blame. I've done nothing bad, and now I'm going right away to tell my mom and dad.
Oh my God, yeah, I'm going right away to tell my mom and dad. So you go, not so quick, kid.
Yeah, really.
I think I could do it. I'd say no. Stop that. That is what I say. No, don't do that. It's really not okay. I know I'm not at all to blame. I've done bad, and now I'm going right away to tell my mom and dad.
That is how those little kids wind up getting killed.
Just snap their neck right there.
Because they're like, I can't have you telling anybody.
Like I'm telling, because every one of those guys are like,
who should be delivering is like, just fucking play along, and then when you get a chance, then run away.
And run away, and then
or grab a heavy object, hit him in the balls.
Yeah.
Or even if it was a no, Pooh should say like, say no, but then say, I'll keep it under my hat.
Yeah.
The secret is all ours. It's okay.
Well, tricks that bad people use to get you not to tell.
While you're here, why don't you tell us about tricks? Glad you asked, Pooh.
I turn them
Now
all the
this
time, Pooh. Because I was touched when I was a child.
Glad you asked, Pooh. Now this time, I'm talking about tricks that bad people use to get you not to tell when they do something wrong to you, like touching you in a not okay way.
Oh, my.
But no matter what kind of trick someone tries with you, remember, always tell your parents or someone you trust when someone tries to touch your private parts. And keep telling till someone helps you. Now, what would you do if someone says he'll hurt you if you tell?
Oh.
All right, here we go.
Trick. I'd still tell my mom and dad.
It's a trick.
Good.
Okay,
And if
I don't
someone
agree with
says
that at
they'd
all.
hurt
That isn't a trick. If they say, look, I'm going to hurt you, then you got to, like, start using your wits.
The trick would be if they brought you back from the dead after they killed you.
That's a
Because
trick.
that's what happens. They're not like, I'm going to threaten them with fucking...
Yeah,
No.
yeah. Because there are people that are pedophiles that wouldn't even speak badly to kids. Like they actually are in love with them and think everything's fine and dandy. If you're one of those guys that are going to say, look, I'll kill you or your parents or whatever if you don't do this, you're dealing with somebody that's probably going to break your little neck. And you're going to be in a little shallow grave.
Even if you do it, he's going to kill you. It's a very bizarre thing.
Yeah, thanks.
But I mean,
Jimmy really brings up.
You got to act like you're not going to tell. I mean, this is fucking asshole advice. Tell them, do what you will. I'll still testify. That's not the smartest thing to tell a child. Stupid.
Tell them you're going to ruin their life and livelihood and marriage.
The song they should be singing instead is just like, don't leave the house. Never leave your house. It's terrible outside. Don't ever go outside. Such a horrible fucking world,
It
man.
certainly is.
Really, there's very little good in it.
Well, Jordan for Pittsburgh.
Evil.
Great advice coming from a motherfucking bear that doesn't even wear pants.
That's good. I'm stealing that joke.
I have no private part.
Good. And if someone says they'd hurt your parents if you told?
I wouldn't believe them. I'd tell.
What if someone says they'll see and hear everything you say and do?
It's just a trick. I wouldn't believe them. I'd still tell anyway.
Right. And if somebody says your parents will never love you again if they find out?
That's true.
No, it's just a trick. I'd still tell my parents.
Right again.
Oh, that's dark.
Boy, you kids know how to help yourselves. Because those threats bad people make are not true. They're just tricks to get you not to tell.
But they're not.
Always tell if someone does something you think is wrong. Even if they say it's a secret. Keep telling and telling.
Yeah.
Someone will believe you.
You tell
It's
them,
not
little
your
John
fault.
Benet. Just tell.
Just say,
Yeah.
What if
Mom,
it is your dad or something? He's supposed to
that
just run in the room and
person
run
touched
back
me,
in.
and it felt
Guess what you
wrong.
just tried to do to me?
Pooh doesn't cover that.
No.
Pooh, what happened to your private parts? Someone stole them. Stole my manhood.
I got them
I hang
caught.
out with a pig and a rabbit and an owl because of it.
They had honey on them, and the bees stung it off. It was eaten by a bear because there was honey on it. He ripped my cock and balls off. Now I'm a faggoty eunuch bear who cock blocks everyone else. Eat my ass, piglet.
Play that song. Play the heart. Yeah.